Hi, I'm Daddy Ramos.
Jen, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Jen. So what brings you in here today?
I've been having some jaw pain in my cheeks, and then sometimes in the back of my neck I'll end up getting headaches.
Okay, that doesn't sound very fun.
No, not really, so that's why I came in to see you.
Okay, how long has this been going on?
It's been going on for quite some time, but it's been especially bad for probably the past week or so.
Okay. So can you describe this pain for me?
It's kind of like a dull, throbbing pain in my cheeks, and then, like I said, sometimes it'll end up like right at like the base of my neck.
Okay. So on your cheeks and then going back to your neck. Is it like radiating or is it kind of separate?
Not really sure.
Okay. So when does it hurt the most? Is there a time of day that it's the worst?
It kind of hurts throughout the day, but when I get home, like the end of the day, it really is sore.
It's sore? Okay.
Yeah.
If you were to describe it on a scale from 0 to 10, how would you describe it at its worst at the end of the day?
Probably like a 6 or a 7.
6 or 7? Okay. And how about the rest of the day?
Probably 3 or 4.
Is there anything that seems to make it worse?
I can't really pinpoint anything, but like I said, it's been worse probably about the past week.
The past week, okay. Is there anything going on this week that's different from other weeks?
Well, I do have my, I have a deadline for my master's thesis, so I'm just finishing that up, so it's kind of stressful, but other than that, no.
Okay, so you're a master's student here then?
Yep.
Okay, good. Yeah, that does seem like it would be stressful finishing up your thesis.
It is.
Okay, maybe this is related to that. We'll have to see. Have you ever been treated for this pain?
Back in undergrad, I went to the dentist kind of having some similar symptoms, and he gave me a bite splint, and it never really seemed to help.
Okay.
I still wear it, but...
Okay, when are you wearing the bite splint?
When I'm sleeping, like when I go to bed.
When you're going to bed? Okay.
Yeah.
But you don't think that it's helped me?
No, not really.
Okay. Is there anything that does seem to help to make it better?
I usually will take like some painkillers, like I don't know, ibuprofen or Tylenol or something, but just usually for the headaches though.
Okay, and when are you taking this?
Yeah, just when I get the headaches, usually not like every day or anything.
Okay.
But
so is that like the end of the day or?
Yeah.
Okay. So you are still wearing the bite splint even though you don't think it's helping, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and you're wearing it at night.
I mean, it's kind of sporadic because since I don't really feel like it's working, I'm not wearing it every night, but...
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and do an exam and kind of feel like your muscles in your jaw and everything and see if we can pinpoint more what's causing the problem, and then we can talk about some ways to treat it.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Okay. All right, Jen. So we can talk a little bit about what I found there.
Okay.
After doing the exam and some muscle manipulations and stuff, I really think this is more of a muscle problem than anything to do with your joint.
Okay.
Okay? So there's a couple different things that we can recommend for you today. The first would be possibly doing physical therapy, which would be about 1 or 2 times a week for an hour, and they can do some exercises with you to relax your muscles.
Okay, I don't know if right now with finishing up my thesis and everything, if I would really have that much time to commit to that.
Okay.
Is there anything I can do like by myself or at home until I can go there?
Yeah, there's a couple different things you can do. So one, we'd start you off doing a soft diet, which I would have recommended anyway for the next 2 weeks. So no hard breads, try to eat things like yogurt, applesauce, just nothing that's really putting a lot of stress on those muscles.
Okay.
Another thing we noticed is you didn't have any wear on your teeth, so I don't think this is a grinding problem when you're going like this with your jaw. I think you're clenching. So maybe you can start wearing that bite splint during the day when you're working on your thesis.
Okay.
I would kind of like to take a look at that bite splint though in the next couple weeks and see that it still fits you since it was made 4 years ago. Another thing you can do, I know you said your pain's worse at night when you get home at the end of the day. You can start putting hot or cold compresses to try to relax your muscles.
Okay.
And we actually have some exercises you can do at home that the physical therapist would have probably recommended anyway.
Oh, okay.
I actually think I have a pamphlet. Hold on. So this is something from the physical therapist we work with. It's different exercises that you can do several times a day. We can go over how you do these. But that should probably help too.
Okay, how often is it okay for me to do these, or should I be doing them a lot? Or
yeah, actually, I think it says on the back to try it 6 times a day.
Oh.
It's like 6 times of each. So you can start off. You maybe don't have to do that many right off the bat, but as you kind of build up your confidence, you can do it a little bit
Okay.
more. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Questions that you have?
Other than that, I don't think so. I think that everything's good.
Good. So we'll bring you back in 2 weeks and see how everything's feeling, and hopefully things have settled down a little bit. And if not, we can talk about a next step.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good. Well,
Thanks,
thank
Jen.
you. Nice to meet you.
You too.